Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Today is Monday. It is May the 10th. It's National Clean Up Your Room Day, National Lipid Day, National Shrimp Day. We found out a couple years back that you're allergic to shrimp.
Yeah, just a newly developed allergy.
Yeah, it's something that happened as an adult. National Washington Day and National Women's Checkup Day. All of those things happening today. And it is a Movie Star Monday, and my guest today is Kate Flannery. And if you were a fan of a little TV show called The Office, you might remember her on that program. She played Meredith.
I loved this show, and I loved this character.
She was just such a fun character, and I can't wait to visit with Kate because I kind of feel like I'm going to be talking with Meredith. But I know she's an actress that plays her. But she made that character just come alive. So going to be chatting with her about a new project that she has. That's coming up in a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study finds no link whatsoever, between the time teens spend on devices and mental health problems. So according to this new study, probably sponsored by some device company.
Most likely.
I don't know who sponsored it, but I just, that seems so, like, I don't know, it just seems like that's not possible. But according to the study, they say it's possible.
Okay.
All right, going to move on to this. The average person tosses out this tech-related item about once every 3 years. What do you think it is?
A cell phone?
No, and I'm looking to see. None of us even have one. Mouse pad.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I haven't had a mouse pad for years.
I used to, and then I got rid of it, and I'm just using my desk, and this desk works. My last desk did not.
Yeah.
It, like, the top was too shiny or something. I don't know what it was, but it didn't work. So, yeah, they say the average is 3 years for a mouse pad. Now, you know, surveys and studies and such. Brought
I
to you
bet
by,
that's full of germs.
Yeah, I bet it is too. Surveys and studies and such. Brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. A Las Vegas news anchor arrested after being found naked and passed out in her car. Fox 5 Vegas morning weekend anchor and reporter Feven Kifengoris. I probably got all of that wrong.
What?
Feven.
Okay.
Kiflegorgis.
My goodness.
Busted nude and snoozing behind the wheel of her Audi at 7:30 in the morning. They say she's known as Feven K, because nobody else can say the last name either, apparently. She said, I have no idea how I got here.
I bet she had a heck of a night.
She smelled of alcohol. She declined to submit a blood test, though. She was charged with reckless driving, disregard for safety of a person or property. She was ordered to pay a $1,000 fine and to attend driving school.
Can you just refuse a blood?
Apparently she did.
That you.
I don't know. I'm not sure how that works.
They just kind of took you.
I don't know. She says, as I move forward, I want you to know I've learned from this and I will continue learning. And I truly thank you for your support. So that's what she said on TV. There you go. I'm sad to hear that she went through all of that, and hopefully whatever happened, she maybe is a wake-up call and gets things straightened out. It's a bad idea. It's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Wheel of Fortune contestant became the first person ever to win a house on the game show. Did you see this?
I didn't.
She won a new pad in the Latitude Margaritaville community of Daytona Beach, Florida, valued at $375,000.
Wow, that's a heck of a prize.
So I didn't even know they were doing that, but that happened, I believe, last week. So that's pretty crazy.
I may have to finally go on that show.
Oh, yeah. I know someone who's been on the show, which is kind of cool. A much-anticipated Black Panther sequel is going to get its official title now. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It is set to hit theaters 2022. And a new Snow White attraction at Disneyland in California is under fire for showing a princess kissing a sleeping Snow White without consent. Remember that story?
Gosh.
So, yeah, apparently they got to change that now.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. A passenger on a flight in Vietnam left a wallet with $45,000 cash on the plane.
Whoa.
And airline flight attendants were able to return the passenger's wallet with $45,000 still inside.
Wow.
How great is that?
That's pretty impressive.
Have you ever lost, I've never even had $45,000 cash in my pocket, but have you ever lost something where you're going,
If I lose a 10, I'm panicking.
Yeah, it's kind of
like, oh my gosh, we are in two different worlds.
Didn't I have a $20 bill a minute ago? Where did I put that? A production company.
So always embarrassing at McDonald's.
It is. A production company in the Czech Republic held a drone light show in Prague to lift the country's spirits. So it's like fireworks, but it's drones hovering and different lights moving around. It's really, really cool. I absolutely love that. A British man was sentenced to 6 years in prison after demanding McDonald's chicken nuggets at gunpoint.
Oh boy.
He did not get McNuggets. Instead, he got a double sausage McMuffin because he was there too early for lunch. Even if you have a gun, it's still too early for lunch. I'm sorry.
Boy, they sure are a stickler for the rules.
It's not time yet. Do you see this gun? Yeah, I'll give you a double sausage McMuffin, and that's it.
Where was this? England?
Yeah, a British man.
I thought they didn't have guns.
Well, they don't legally have guns, but bad guys who are going to rob McNuggets probably still have their guns.
Well, this is exactly the point I was going to make.
A
actually,
very bizarre story. 43-year-old gamer. Oh, this is a sad story from South Wales. A 43-year-old gamer was found dead with his Xbox controller still in his hand after an all-night video game session.
Oh, boy.
It was a 24-hour video game session. He was 43 years young.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And a Colorado legislature has now passed a bill to legalize human composting. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Human composting, where you can just say, I'm going to just bring the remains home and put them in my garden. That just seems really weird.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know all the details on it. I got to read up on it, but that seems really weird. It is today's Scoop of the Day, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Movie Star Monday. Our guest today is Kate Flannery. A lot of folks know Kate from a little TV show she did. It was on NBC. It's kind of a big deal. It was called The Office. She was Meredith Palmer on The Office. Been in a bunch of movies as well, and she's got another movie that's out right now. But before we get started talking about that movie, I got to ask you, because so many people know you, Kate, as Meredith from The Office. I always just kind of wondered, are you anything at all like the character that you played on The Office, or not even a little bit like Meredith in real life?
I'm just a little hungover. You know what? My dad owned a bar, Flannery's Tavern, for years, so I come by playing an alcoholic, honestly. That's what I will say.
There you go. Well, you got a great movie out right now. It's called Golden Arm. Let's talk a little bit about this. It's in theaters right now. It's on Apple TV. Tell me about Golden Arm.
Golden Arm is a buddy film about two best friends. One wants to make a living as an arm wrestler, but she has no talent. But her wimpy friend, who you would think couldn't hurt a fly, discovers that she has this amazing talent. And I play the bartender that she decides to arm wrestle, and that's how she finds out she's got this ability.
Nice.
The Golden Arm.
Golden Arm, and it looks like a really, really funny movie. And you've done many other movies that you've been a part of and TV shows. And are there projects that you've done that kind of surprise you when somebody comes up and says, "I loved you in Cooties," or some other thing that's maybe not The Office?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I realize there's a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans, and I played Mean Marge on that. American Housewife. I played the Crossing Guard Nancy, and I was on New Girl. I've done a bunch of stuff. Young Sheldon, I played the school nurse. Fun stuff.
When The Office came out, that just kind of swept the nation and became everybody's favorite show, or is certainly in their top 5, if not favorite. It's got to be one of their favorites. So that particular role has to be probably the best known. But all of these other projects, is there one of them that you just think, man, I wish people would have seen this because it was such a great project. It just doesn't get the respect it deserves. Do you have one of those?
You know what? I did an HBO short called Emergency Contact, and it's a little bit of a dramedy, and I play a messed up nurse. And that's one of those projects. Occasionally somebody will comment on it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad you saw that. So crazy.
And now the new one that's in theaters right now, Golden Arm, and it's available through Apple TV. Do you have some other fun projects in the works that we can talk about? I know we can't always talk about things that they're in the works, but do you have any fun stuff that you're working on?
The only thing I can talk about is that Jane Lynch and I are going to be back on the road this fall with our non-Christmas show, and next December we'll be back on the road doing our Christmas show. And we do a national tour, so I'm hoping it's all going to work out. Fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Looks like it's all moving in the right direction.
And what kind of stuff did you work on during the COVID? Were there projects that kind of kept you busy, or did you just kind of like everybody else hunker down and wait?
A little bit, yeah. No, I did a few things that hopefully will see the light of day, but I can't talk about now. And then I've been doing a ton of press. I did Seth Meyers and the Today Show from my living room. So crazy.
And are you on Cameo? Are you one of the folks on Cameo?
I am. I'm on Cameo, which has been keeping me extremely busy. People can't, they can't go out to dinner for birthdays anymore, so they've been buying Cameos. And a lot of, people can't graduate. They haven't had proper graduation, so I've done a few small graduation ceremonies through Cameo.
and one of the things I have to ask you, so when you were playing Merit, were you drinking real wine and all those things, or was that like grape juice? What was that?
The show would be... I'd be going on and on and on if it was real booze. There's not enough time for that.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Kate. We appreciate it a bunch.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Take care.
Absolutely. Again, the new movie is called Golden Arm. It's in theaters right now. It's also streaming. I'm going to throw a link to all of that so you can find Golden Arm wherever it's most convenient for you. But I'm also going to post a link to her page on Cameo because I still think that is just the coolest thing ever. It's where you can go on and say, hey, I'm going to have Kate Flannery as Meredith or whichever character you want her to do it as. I'm going to have her record a message for my mom for Mother's Day. Well, that's too late because that was this weekend. But you know what I mean. You can do something. Oh, hey, if you forgot Mother's Day and you want to make it up to Mom, maybe that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, if you're interested in that, I'm going to throw a link to that in the show notes, too. It's just kind of a fun thing. You can find all of that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Easter eggs and plastic Easter grass were invented by a man who holds more patents than Thomas Edison.
Really?
Yeah. Don Weder, W-E-D-E-R. He's invented plastic eggs and the little green grass stuff. He also invented a bunch of other things, holiday staples. Let's see, 1,413 patents.
Wow. And imagine how much joy he has brought to people.
Another one for water-based inks, flower pot covers, decorative wrappers. That's compared to, by the way, Edison, Thomas Edison. He only had 1,093 U.S. patents.
This dude's ambitious.
Which is still a lot. Again, the other gentleman, 1,431 patents. It's a lot of patents. That is 1,413 more than I have. That's how many he had. I think I said 31. 1,413 is the number. That is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Australia. An Australian suburb has been invaded by thousands of cockatoos.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think cockatoos are cool, but if you've got one, maybe. But thousands of them invading your neighborhood, that would be really weird. So I don't know what the plan is. If they can just catch them and bring them in the house, I'm not really sure. What do you do to get rid of thousands of cockatoos?
I don't know, but I bet it's pretty.
I bet it is pretty if you're just driving through. But if you live there, probably not so pretty anymore. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A man accused of dressing up as an Amazon delivery driver to steal packages taken into custody. Action News was there as the suspect was arrested. Surveillance shows the suspect parking a bike. Video shows him walking up to a home to take a package on the doorstep. He nodded at somebody passing by, taking his time, riding away. Suspect spotted pedaling through a nearby neighborhood with several stolen parcels, including a case of bubbly sparkling water, speakers, and a box of Birkenstocks. The bike the suspect was using was also recovered at the scene. Police are investigating how the man managed to get an Amazon vest, and they're trying to figure out how long he's been doing this.
He probably ordered it from Amazon.
I have no idea. Trey Dodge says, that's the guy from the town there, says he has had packages stolen at least a half a dozen times. He says they never steal anything too valuable. It's like kid's water bottle or a shirt or something. What a bizarre story. But
it's really heartbreaking that people are stealing stuff. You work hard for that stuff.
Yeah, don't do that. It's a bad idea.
And I'm not sure what happens. I guess we've been fortunate enough to never have one stolen.
Well, don't tell people.
Do you
that.
get reimbursed by the company when it gets stolen? I don't know how that works.
I don't either, but don't do it. It's today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. A 28-year-old woman was arrested for assaulting and intimidating a flight attendant during an American Airlines flight from Miami to New York. How many times has American Airlines been in the news recently for things like this? Department of Homeland Security got involved here. A 4-page criminal complaint that says Chesnia Campbell began yelling at a flight attendant for not picking up her garbage.
Oh, boy.
Roughly midway from the flight, that's when the shouting incident began. And then it turned into a little more than that. Flight attendant requested assistance from the victim, who also was a flight attendant. The complaint alleges the victim attempted to separate the defendant from the flight attendant. So there's 2 flight attendants now involved in this ruckus. Anyway, somebody grabbed somebody's hair. Hand was put into restraints for the rest of the flight, and she remained in custody and arraignment till Monday. $15,000 bond to get out. And she's now limited to go home, and that's it.
Pick up your own garbage.
I don't know what in the world. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Thanks for listening. It is a bad idea. It's today's moment of duh, brought to you by radiosavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
All right. Two Rivers in Nashville, Tennessee. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
It's a golf
And
course.
the answer is golf course. Good job. I think we did this one already, didn't we?
I don't think so.
Did we not? Okay.
No.
Maybe I've been there. I don't know.
I'm just that good.
You. Yes, you are. That's how we play. Is it a golf course? Or she usually gets it wrong. Or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. I love this news. It is great. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. So many times these stories start with something bad, then it turns into something good. Right. So the something bad was a crash on a bridge. Something good was a good Samaritan jumping into a bay.
I saw
to save
this.
a 2-year-old.
Oh my gosh, this was fantastic.
Witnesses at a crash in Maryland see a man jump into the bay and rescue a 2-year-old girl who had been ejected into the water while still in a car seat. The incident took place on the Route 90 bridge or Route 90 bridge, depending on where you're from, Ocean City. Left 8 people injured, among them a toddler who had been ejected from a silver pickup truck right into the bay. A good Samaritan immediately jumped over the guardrail into the bay and rescued this infant. Eyewitnesses captured the hero, who remains anonymous. He doesn't want his name out there. They say, nope, just say some person.
Yep.
I think that's pretty cool, too.
And he is a hero.
You can see the baby flying, or the man, rather, carrying the baby in his arms while swimming, before handing over to somebody else on a boat.
Wow.
The child, by the way, in stable condition.
Good.
The other 7 are also all expected to recover. So this story could have ended so much worse.
Oh my gosh.
And if it weren't for this hero being in the
Without
right place at the right time and the right person in the right place at the right time. Think of how many people could have been in that right place at that right time and could have said,
I'm not going to do that. Or what if he couldn't swim? Or what if,
But this person
Wow.
didn't think
Didn't even hesitate.
for a second, just dove in and saved a baby.
That's awesome.
Very, very cool. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.